Welcome back to Sikkim 365 Radio. This is Paul Catalina's Top 5 at 5:55, presented by Champion Salon and Barber. To book your appointment, go to championsalonandbarber.com.
Craig Smoak will have a couple of notes right after this, so we'll go through this. This is yesterday, Smokey. You suggested this one, so I did it. Top 5 teams who need a quarterback, and in one regard or another. For different things. Number 5, North Carolina. Sam Howell's going to go to the NFL. Don't know who'll be the next one there, and they had a really good recruiting class today. They had a good signing day. Signed one.
Well, I would say North Carolina, they have you remember Luke May, the guy who hit the shot in the Elite Eight?
Yeah.
His little brother, Drake May, was committed to Bama and then decommitted and is now going to Carolina.
Holy, okay.
But it's still a true freshman. So now Sam Howell played as a true freshman. So hopefully for UNC they can get that kind of turnaround. But that's a big area.
You're talking transfer portal, right?
Yeah,
now.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, like transfer portal. But
All
they could probably get in the transfer portal and get a veteran. Number 4, Ole Miss. I fully expect them to see their starter next year be from the transfer portal. Matt Corral's leaving. We don't know who that's going to be. Look, it could be Dylan Gabriel. It could be a lot of different guys. But Ole Miss is definitely going to need a quarterback out of the transfer portal. Again, if they want to bridge the gap between some of their young guys and now with a team that's pretty good all coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, and going to be a change, though, with no Jeff Levy. I mean, Lane Kiffin still has a lot of input, obviously, so not too much will change, I don't think, in that regard. But, I wouldn't expect him to just stay pat.
Yeah, and number 3, this one has a question mark on it. Oklahoma? I mean, I don't know. They might not need one because they might have Caleb Williams, or they might need one because they might not. Yeah. Bob Stoops was asked about this today, and he's like, well, I sure hope he comes back, which means nobody knows yet.
I saw where Jason Kersey, theathletic.com, who we had on last week, he publicized a podcast where Caleb Williams was actually the guest, and it had to be filtered through the University of Oklahoma, I think, athletic department. And he never really said he's coming back, but most of what you heard, it appeared as if it does point for him being part of Oklahoma.
I think that was on a players podcast. I'm pretty sure is what that was. Like that's through that website. I guess maybe it sponsors it. I don't know, but I think that was a players podcast that he joined. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's right. But I mean that all depends on Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I mean that's all what it's about. And whatever he decides to do, right now I'd almost expect him to be back at Oklahoma, kind of the way that things kind of seem at the moment. But as we know, in this world, it could change it at any second. But, that's all Caleb Williams right there.
Good to have the question mark. For those who are watching and listening, it's not that if Caleb Williams comes back, it's if he doesn't.
Yeah, again, like I said, Oklahoma. LSU definitely needs to get in the transfer portal and get a veteran, unless they're confident in Garrett Nussmeier, who was their number 1 recruit a couple years ago and is there. Miles Brennan gone. Max Johnson gone. And both of those guys. Miles Brennan, apparently Nebraska hot and heavy after Miles Brennan now as well. Me. So we'll see.
Anybody that can walk and chew gum to play quarterback.
Yeah, hopefully he can do those two things.
They signed Walker Howard, and they've got Nussmeier, as you said. But, I would think that they're probably going to be transfer portal diving. And Brian Kelly, too, being a new coach with a new system and a new everything, may want his own guy. You always got to be on the lookout for that as well. So, and look, they're going to start a walk-on in their bowl game.
Oh, yeah, they are, and so is the number 1 team.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously there's some depth issues at quarterback.
Yeah, number 1 is Texas A&M. Look, they've got Haynes King coming back, and they obviously feel good about him. He won the starting job, but he's coming off a broken tibia. He is back at practice, but he is going to be the number 2 quarterback, or maybe even the number 3 behind whatever other walk-on is going to be there. They signed a quarterback today, but they're going to have 2 scholarship quarterbacks in the spring, and there's be Connor Weigman and Haynes King, and Jimbo Fisher definitely said, hey, we're going to get one. It would be weird considering that he beat them in the last game of the season, but Max Johnson's brother, Jake Johnson, committed there today and signed there today. So maybe Max Johnson is that veteran if he wants to play with his brother. I would assume he's going to go somewhere where he has a better chance to start. But it will be a competition no matter what with Haynes King, because he's going to have to show that the broken leg doesn't affect him long term.
And maybe during this time he's been rehabbing and bouncing back from the leg as he's gotten a little bit bigger and stronger. That was one of my concerns with him. He's a hell of a quarterback in high school, but again, a lot of are, and then they get to the college
Blaine
level.
Boast is going to start the bowl game against Wake Forest.
Yeah, he's a walk-on. All right, Jack McKenzie.
Nope, I got